your work was really hectic. So 6 days a week, about 14, 15 hours, and then travel on top of that, and obviously a lot of prep. So what was running in your mind, when you decided that yes, you're going to balance work with cat prep, and how did you manage it? Tell me a little bit more.
Sure, ma'am. So initially, I've started my preparation in somewhere mid June. So for all the students who are now thinking of preparing for 2024 CAT, I think don't feel left out. This is the right time to start your preparation. And given that you have right mentoring from the Mockat, or for that matter, if even for students who are preparing on self, it is the right time for you to start preparing for 2024 CAT. I've started my preparation in June 2023, and for 6 months, it was very difficult. I had a lot of inhibitions in me. I was confused, perplexed how the preparation has to go given my work conditions. What I have done is I've understood the strengths, where I can do well and where I'll have to concentrate on. So for all the working student, or for all the working aspirants, I would like to tell you that initially try to give a mock, try to attempt writing a previous year CAT paper, understand where you're doing well, because you might be an engineer very good at Quant, DILR, but lacking in VARC, or if you're a non-engineer being very good in VARC but lacking in Quant and DILR. So for my case, thanks to UPSC preparation, I've had the habit of reading newspapers. I was very good in VARC. I was consistently getting good marks in VARC, but DLR and Quant are the areas where I was not doing good. So I specifically made sure that as soon as I returned from my work, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the evenings, I made sure that I listened to the live classes sometimes. Post that, I've also completed the recorded sessions. For me, especially in the Quant, the arithmetic, algebra, geometry, I made sure that I completed the recorded sessions, went back and solved the CAT previous questions first. Because given the paucity of time, I didn't had to give a lot of specific sectional marks, but I went back and wrote the previous years of questions, especially in the subject that I've completed. So I've put a weekly target that this week I would complete arithmetic, this week I would complete geometry. But here and there, we will not be able to complete given the working conditions, but you shouldn't be carried away with that. You will have to make sure that you complete much of a syllabus.
Just pick it
Also,
up the next week, or whenever you can. Yeah.
exactly, ma'am. 1 week we might be having a lot of work and we might not end up studying anything, but there would be a week where we'll have a lot of leisure time, getting a festival or so. There's a long weekend where we can cover up the previous weeks. So that is something I would like to tell about. And also for I would like to also mention about, there might be a lot of UPSC aspirants who might be listening to this video. I would like to give them a suggestion that MBA is something very similar to the UPSC preparation that we had, because we'll not have to be specialist in one subject. We'll have to be a generalist, be it VARC, RCs, ordinals, parajumbles to Quant, where we'll have to have arithmetic, geometry, algebra to DLR. So we'll have to have fair amount of knowledge in all these things. So when you come here, you'll have to make sure that what are your strengths and what are the weaknesses. Focus on the weaknesses and make sure that the strengths that you continue and you improve the scores gradually. For me, initially my scores were somewhere close to hanging around 35, 40, but I ended up increasing my marks by 2x. So it helped me especially focus on Quant and DLR, and ended up getting good marks in both the sections.
Great. Yeah, a lot of good insights. So for all of you guys who are, working first off, so yeah, that's something which I would also recommend. Take a mock, understand your strengths and weaknesses. And I mean, as Vignesh did, right, he targeted his strength and make sure he got a very high score there, which was in verbal, and then also targeted the weaknesses simultaneously, which were on the Quant and the DILR front, and, made sure that, you get good marks. And like you said, you pretty much ended up doubling your score. And for a lot of you all who are hearing, it might surprise you, might be thinking that, he's going from 30, 40 marks to 80 odd marks. So is that even enough though? In CAT, right? So 75 to 83 odd marks out of 198 marks is actually 99 percentile. So that's again something to remember. And you are not targeting something like a 180, 190 marks. So don't even stress about that, right? So you need to tackle this exam in a slightly different way. You need to go for, the easy questions. You need to sort of, go for your strengths.